Bam! And we're live.
Howdy, howdy, everyone.
Welcome to the most random show around.
Very random.
Very
Howdy,
random. I
everyone. This
love it.
is Random Nerd.
And this is Meg Opinionated.
Welcome to the Meg&Random Show, where we talk about. What do we talk about again?
Oh my gosh, literally anything. But today we're talking about the CIA, of course, because that's been our topic of discussion as of lately. And AIPAC.
The wonderful AIPAC.
Wonderful AIPAC that you can't criticize, just like you
Right?
can't Israel.
Right?
You can't criticize these certain things, and for me, that seems like you brainwashed. Like if you can't criticize something, then you're brainwashed.
Pretty much. What has been been the biggest discussion about AIPAC recently? Oh wait, the biggest discussion has been about Charlie Kirk.
Yes,
So how does all this tie together, people? Oh my goodness, there's so much to dive into. There's so much
literally.
to dive into.
Like Charlie Kirk, especially like he literally said in his video, which I'm pretty sure I've shared on Telegram. If I have not, I will find it, but I'm pretty sure I shared it on Telegram. Um, about how they want to ethnically cleanse Gaza. Like, and I'm sorry, you're not going to convince me that Charlie Kirk didn't say that. Like,
And
you're not.
here,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, and on top of that, so there was a video clip shortly after his death that him and I keep forgetting the damn interview, but basically he called out. Um, he said he went to Israel at one point, and it's like Fort Knox. Everything was on surveillance, and
Mhm.
so he made the comment during the interview because there was some civil unrest happening with their stand down for the protests, and that got
Mhm.
me thinking. That got me thinking, and so did some research here and there, and I kid you not. Now, I'm not saying that Benjamin Netanyahu is a dictator, but there are certain pattern recognitions that show these things are leading to not dictatorship per se, but are leading to an authoritarian type leadership,
Absolutely.
consolidating certain government agencies and whatnot.
Absolutely. And I'm sorry, we've had way too much corruption in our agencies, like way too much. It legitimately blows my mind because we have what was it, the SSO?
Yep.
The SSO, which was a whole bunch of Nazi spies. We've got friggin' wasn't it the FBI that had a whole bunch of pedophiles arrested? And then
Yes.
they ran off to Israel.
Yep.
We have had also, even just in our, our government, we have the corruption when it comes to pedophilia. When so if somebody is in politics and they get arrested for pedophilia of any kind, they get lesser charges because they are politicians. But this world isn't run by a bunch of blood sucking pedophilias, or pedophiles. No, no, of course not.
Of course
Can't.
not. I mean, there is the term minor attracted persons, but no, never pedophilia.
Right, right. Just the ones that, that go with the LGBTQ community. So many people,
Oh,
yes.
oh, so random comment here. So there's a California bill that not to play politics here. I'm just sharing facts. But there's a California bill that Democrats said no to that would have raised the um, misdemeanor charge from misdemeanor to felony for anyone caught with selling minors for sex. And they said no.
Yep.
And then I kid you not, one of the leaning, leaning Democrats said that it would be disproportionate to the LGBTQ community. So
Right,
this begs the question, why would it be disproportionate to the alphabet community?
right. And I think, I mean, there's a whole lot of deep, dark thoughts in that area of that. That's a whole nother show.
Yeah,
That's a whole
that's a whole nother show. But it
um,
all ties together as to the CIA, as to what society in general is going through.
right. And a lot of it is our money is being emptied out of our pockets faster than we can even put it in there, to places that don't go to America first. Like, and I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure that somebody ran on the whole America first agenda, which I hate agendas, but I'm all down for America first. And over these last few, I would say maybe 2 months, it would be like really bad or really eye opening of seeing that we're not really America first.
No, we're not, because guess who met with American young influencers? Take a
Ooh,
wild guess. Who met with young American online influencers?
I don't know. Was it that weird guy that wants to that says that the woke right, they need to do some serious shit to them, basically.
What? What did you say again? The vote? What?
What is his name? I can't remember his name at the moment.
I've heard of the nickname BB, but
Oh,
no,
yes,
it couldn't be Benjamin Netanyahu, could it?
there we go. No, of course not. And the influencers that he met with, kind of took me by surprise, because I would have loved to see him meet with somebody like, I don't know, maybe conservative aunt,
I
like
could see that.
that I could absolutely see, because he's almost as big as Charlie. Like,
That
there's freaking, oh, what is his name? Officer. Mm, he's a retired police officer who also makes content. He also worked with Charlie Kirk several times. Can't remember his name. Anybody watching, if you remember his name, please tell me. Um, but seeing him there, no, it's a whole bunch of creators that I've never seen before, never watched, never like
I
who.
follow one of them, and she was there.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I think a opinionated girl. But she's shares conservative values and calls out the left. But essentially, it is she was there and she took a check for the appearance. I'm not sure if she was on the panel, but you can clearly see she was in a picture with a photo op. So I was disappointed with that. I still like
Right,
the concert, but I'm disappointed that she was there.
right. Like,
So
go ahead.
viewers, viewers, if it was any other foreign um, influence, I'm not going to say, or no. If it was any other
Um,
foreign official,
um,
would
I,
they sit down with young American influencers?
yeah. Well, did you
Um,
go
Crowder?
ahead. Do you
Oh,
know
the comment.
Crowder is the change my mind guy?
He
Like,
is. He is.
he's the
Uh,
original. I love that. Love that.
he's kind of on par with Milo is like he he's your right.
Dick. Milo is.
Milo's extremely crass,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel that Crowder is a step below Milo.
See, like, I could see that. I could definitely see that. But I also um, like, I remember OG him and just being like, "Come on, man, could we be like he's almost like an Andrew Tate, but in
Yeah,
and I'm not a fan of Andrew Tate. Sue
neither
me.
am I. No,
Well,
I actually have I have an episode on my podcast about that. Well, quick item. So Andrew Tate and yes, I'm bringing this horrendous woman up, Bonnie Blue. I came across two Medium blog articles, and pretty much they are performative. Let's say this performative influencers.
oh,
She
absolutely.
went
They
in.
want to get a rise.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, at the cost of their morality. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Is we as a society have lost our morality, and there's
Right,
only a few of us left. I mean, we're spread across, but there are only a few of us left.
right.
The the 24 election showed where we are election wise, but we are only um, we're only around. We're spread out, and
Right.
unfortunately, we need more than just spread out. We need to come together.
Absolutely. And it's honestly freaking frustrating. Um, because it shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to agree to disagree or find a common ground. And that I feel like so many people, including Charlie Kirk, Crowder, I love Crowder. Like, Crowder's my favorite. Absolutely. I think he does a fantastic job with his arguments. He's also not so doesn't come off as, I should say, as like a Bible thumping, you know, like Charlie Kirk. They used his religion against him all the time.
Agreed.
Um, so let's get back to APAC. Let's jump back into that because
Yeah. So here's where it gets interesting. So how it all ties with the CIA is that all of this was created, and I mean all of it. Go look it up yourself.
Yeah,
All of it was
please.
created shortly after, or even during World War II. It was like so
You
U.S.
think
side.
during?
It was yeah. Um, so I'm trying to remember offhand. Here. I don't have my notes. So Israel side in the 20s, they had their own. It was very dispersed, but there were definitely some intelligence going on during the 20s. Then for the U.S., they had their own in the 30s and 40s with World War II, and then everything just came together in the late 40s, and then AIPAC came together in the 50s. Um, I'm really bad at names. Who was before JFK, U.S. president?
Oh gosh,
Um,
gosh, it's on the
was
tip
it
of my
Eisenhower?
tongue.
Is it Eisenhower? Anyway, I know it was FDR for the war, and then um, Eisenhower, one of the other ones. Anyway, under that president was where the two agencies, Mossad, I think it was under, if you go on Telegram, um, there's famous on video with Theo, and she explains it that there was an intelligence agency named before Mossad. That agency and the U.S. CIA essentially were coming together, and shortly after, um, it was. It may have been APAC, it may have been something else beforehand, but then JFK came up. He inherited all of that intelligence. He inherited it, and so here's where things get a little dicey. He inherited it, and then he, as the president, is going to set some ground rules, which he has the authority to. And then what happens next? 1963, he gets assassinated.
Right.
So why is that?
So it's uh um Dwight was president before. Right, right, right.
Before JFK, yeah, before JFK.
So um but also a lot of like the CIA, the SSO, all of that like really had to do with Theodore Roosevelt and Hoover and Franklin. So I mean we had like corruption in the early 1900s. I hate to say that, but it's 1900s now, guys. We just got to get over it. Um,
So it all ties together. It all ties together, and this isn't to say that don't you don't have to believe us. We're just sharing the information that we have already done the research on. So by all means, say that we're, we're liars. We're whatever you want to call us. All we're asking over, yeah, we're asking do the research yourself. Prove us wrong. I'm not saying to prove us wrong, but I mean, if you want to, if you want to show us some updated, more accurate information, by all means.
that's a good question.
Ooh,
That's definitely
yes and no. Yes and no. There are, so the way that I see it is you have your main CIA, and then within the CIA, you have, this is just an example, within this intelligence agency, you have your sub, not committees, your your sub ops. And so I want to say within Mossad, there were some sections that were going after um, the uh, the scientists, your officials who just ran essentially.
Right.
Um, and to this day, there are still some. There's actually um, one Nazi official. If I remember the story correctly, there was one Nazi official who lived an entire life in Argentina in the mountains, and then as DNA technology advanced, he was just caught, what, 5, 10 years ago? And he was in his 80s and 90s. So I mean, you probably still have some young guns that are still alive, but for the most part, anyone who ran is gone. If not the original um, officials who were sentenced and brought to justice, but for the most part, you have um, some that were able to escape justice. It's unfortunate, but things like this happen.
I mean, we allowed them into our agencies.
Yeah, yeah,
We literally went
uh,
for Nazi spies. Um,
yeah,
I feel like the corrupt of the corrupt has just hired more of the corrupt. Like,
pretty
and
much.
it's just been a cycle of these, you know, corrupt individuals. Like, that's for another day. That's for another day.
No
That's
worries, no worries.
too
I was actually going to
rabbit.
say let's take a 20-second for Charlie Kirk. 20. And we're back. So, something that we're trying to do, we're a bit late, but um, as a um,
Yeah.
honorary to honor Charlie Kirk, he was taken from us at the 20-minute mark during his event on September 10th. So we're going to try to aim for 20 minutes into the show and have a 20-second moment of silence. So just bear with us as we get more into the show, and we'll try to do this more
Right.
on time.
Right.
Also, I shared a special announcement on my podcast, and Meg, if you can get that lined up real quick, we have
That
something
video,
to share with y'all.
that video, I would love to share it, but apparently it's not coming up. So hold
Uh
on.
oh.
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there it is. All right, we got it. I need 6 seconds of your time here.
We are rebranding into not just a show, but we want to share the truth as
As,
best as we can.
as much
And
history.
it is on the history of intelligence. It is on this is a history class. We want to be very clear on that. It is a history class. Now, with
Right.
that said, a lot of this history involves declassified material,
Yeah, that they didn't have 50 years ago to do this, unfortunately.
or even that was just declassified altogether.
Right? Declassify it all, Trump. All of it. I don't care. I just want to know. I am so I'm gonna jump into this. So I shared a video in the Telegram. It is Candace Owens and oh my gosh, uh Theon Vaughn about AIPAC and Israel's influence on America. Very good video. It's like 25 minutes. Uh, Definitely worth the watch. Um, but like these things that we one have gut feeling about, two we can research about. All of this stuff is important to an everyday listener or an everyday person. This shouldn't be something that you really have to dig for. But me and Nerd are willing to do the digging and willing to find out the information. We just need you to buckle up and come with us on this ride of history.
And to make it fun, we ask of you to, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here, I'm not trying to steal anything, but we ask of you to leave your assumptions at the door. We don't do any of the frou-frou liquid stuff, so coffee or some kind of enjoyable drink, and just your listening ears.
Absolutely. And so, for anybody watching, I got some questions, and I need some feedback. Um, we have we know that there's corruption, and we can't even deny it at this point. We just don't know how deep it is. We don't know how far it goes. I mean, I pretty much think I know, but I don't actually know how deep it goes. But we've had the CIA do horrible projects from manipulating manipulating the weather to manipulating our brains to torture to blackmail to um, incredible science discoveries that has been just swept under the rug by the CIA because they want it. Um, but the people that we're talking about, they they literally had a mind control program, MK Ultra. What makes anybody believe that they stopped? Like, because I'm super curious. Because if you think that they stopped doing that, um, I want to know why, and I want to know what you have to back up them stopping it. Because I don't think they did. I think that's why television is called television. It's tell you a vision.
There's the other thing. The program went on for 20 years before it was exposed.
Right.
20 years. 20.
20
20
years.
years, people.
And there's so much because we did this deep dive, into the CIA. I believe it was our first episode that and we shared a bunch of the like operations that they have
Yes,
done. And some of them it'll be like, oh, they did it from this time until this time. But there's a good amount in there that it's like we don't really know if they're still doing this or not.
correct. And a lot of it, if you see, here's where it gets murky. A lot of it has been exposed but the same methods, different name, the same methods are starting to spin in cycles again. We're seeing it plain as day on the surface. We're seeing it in our I mean, Netflix. Netflix is coming out with all these crazy children's shows. What makes you think that this wasn't the idea wasn't implemented when all of this started?
Right.
It's just society is only now, quote unquote, accepting it. But so that's your homework, class. Help us dig for this information.
Right.
That's your homework. And this isn't just a one time thing. We're asking you, we're wanting you to help contribute to the show. And
Uh,
we're going to be setting up some ways for you to send us information. But we need help. This is a back and forth history class. You know,
right.
even as teachers need help too.
Absolutely. Especially the teachers we got now. Not to hate on teachers.
Right? Oh, yeah, and especially with the absolute erasing of history altogether.
Right. Which, I mean, I believe that's been a plan for a long, long time. I think, especially over the last 100 years, I feel like it's been a plan to um, muddle the waters of history.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, we got somebody going to do their homework,
Hey, you got somebody.
right?
But remember, this is a class effort, so we'll we've got the head student, the lead student, but even that lead student needs some help. So I mean, this is an ongoing process. We're not. There is no quote unquote goal. It's really just to dig for the truth and put whatever that truth
Absolutely.
is. It's gonna rattle some brains. It might even go against everything that we've already researched.
Right.
But that's part of the research. I'm not saying to prove us wrong. I'm saying show us the evidence.
I mean, if you really want to prove us wrong, like do it up. Like do it up. I'm ready. Like let's throw
Yeah,
down with information. But um we can be civil. We can be friends. We can do this together. We can make this into a learning experience because I have no problem coming up here and being like, hey, we were wrong about something and we need to correct it. But so far, I have not been wrong. So my
right. And that's the scary part. It's not that we don't want to be wrong. By all means, I want to be wrong. But the pattern recognition, the things that are just now being declassified, especially with JFK,
especially,
you know,
especially,
and then everything that's the current events with Israel and our own intelligence, our own government, who's to say? And I'm just throwing bullshit out. Who's to say that Russia, North Korea, China are the only sane countries?
the right,
I mean, we could be the absolute. I mean, we are the clown of the world right now, but who's to say that we as the United States are completely wrong?
right.
And that it could be 100% true. And just two amateurs doing regular research, we could be completely wrong about everything. But everything that we are looking at, all the dots we are connecting, pattern recognition,
Yeah,
I mean, it's pointing one way, and it's a very scary feeling.
it is. It is. I Man, you said scary. I'm gonna mention it. I said it wasn't for this episode, but it's on my mind. So this is also how I want people to understand that, like, a lot of these people that we're talking about are kind of like familyed in, grandfathered in. Like, we did have a lot of spies, um, Nazi spies join our SSO and our CIA. We have also had in our government with, somebody being president, then their son or their uncle or their what, familyed in people. Um, and some things that I've been doing digging on when it comes to people's family trees. Um, Friggin' y'all are gonna think I'm nuts. But the story of Dracula, I know, take a turn. I love to, throw them in here. But the story goes back to a relative of friggin' Prince Andrews.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
listening. I'm
right?
listening.
So, like, it just the fact that one Prince Andrews is supposed to be allegedly, I mean, like, I can prove it. I will if I need to. If I can find some stuff, I'll send it in the Telegram, because it's not as relevant to this episode. But the stories of Dracula, which, whether true or not, that's not the case either. Um, they were they were related. So somebody who is absolutely terrible and acted like a Dracula is related to Prince Andrews, and their family line is friggin' so fucked, so fucked. That whole shit. Down with Nazis and white supremacists. Facts. It's not the Republican side. It's the corruption side. They are the white supremacists. They are the Nazis.
Yes.
They are the bigots.
Yes.
And it's not even against, like, gay people or white people or black people. It's just about weaker people. It's about the rich and the poor.
Correct. And here's the other thing. So class, we want to make something very clear. This is more than just politics. Politics plays a part into the history of all of this, but we don't take sides. This is you learning about history. Now, again, when it comes to pattern recognition, one side may stand out more than the other side, and vice versa. But please keep in mind, for myself, and I know Meg, you shared your side too. For myself, I am a hard independent when it comes to U.S. politics. I see the bullshit on both sides. It is both sides. I do see one side more outspoken in a very bad way than the other side. That does not negate one side is morally superior than the other. Both sides of the politics are corrupt. So it's just a matter of digging for the truth. That's what it comes down to.
Right.
What is the truth?
And I feel like that's what we still gotta find out. It's gonna be digging and digging and digging until we fully find the truth. And it's not just gonna be me and you, it's gonna be many, many different people all over the world who are digging for this. Like, right now, the CIA is a big topic, but the biggest topic right now is Israel. Everybody's talking about Israel. Well, one, they said, "Hey, we're going to make it a law that we can come and arrest you," and the U.S. said, "Hold my beer."
Right? That's a big one.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, I'm sorry, there's never been another country ever involved as much as Israel has. And I'm tired of those people who are like, well, we have to be there for them. God told us we gotta, they're the sacred ones. And it's like, that's not really how that is.
I'm on pause for a little bit, so keep going.
Um, but yeah, so I found an article. I'm totally gonna share it about the Dracula. It's so funny. I'm sorry, it's so funny to me because it's like the and it I said Prince Andrews, so I'm gonna retract that because I was wrong. It's actually King Charles that is actually, which technically isn't Prince Andrews his son, or is that his uncle? I don't even know. But they're related. I got the many one of many articles, so I'll share that now, which I know people are just gonna friggin' eat that up. And which, I mean, it makes sense. He looks evil as fuck. Ugh. So, anyways, let's see. Facebook is stopping my friend. Really? From commenting? Oh, that might be because of my settings. I might have to go in and fix that because I think only friends of mine can comment. But if it's a friend of yours, just tell them to send me a friend request, and I will add them. So then they should be able to chat. Hello, darling. How are you? Well, welcome to the Nerd and Random Show. We're talking about some random shit, especially with the CIA. So, does what is everybody's feelings on that? Like, how do you feel on the CIA and Israel? Like, where's everybody chilling at?
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take care of some items.
Oh, honey,
Howdy, everyone.
right? Oh, I mean, I'm not sick, so I guess I'm doing pretty good. I'm alive, but I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with this government. I'm frustrated with the corruption. I really think that we should just um, take out Israel. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Honestly, we just need, the U.S. needs to remove itself from all of these different programs.
Right.
I've heard America first this, America first that, and what for six. Oh,
For,
I mean yeah, that's exactly what it is. That is
right.
exactly what it is, and it's been from the very beginning. It's been from the very beginning. Um, so a lot of what's okay. So for those joining us, this is a history class on intelligence. Um, Meg, if you want to pop up the video or a screenshot or the just a picture of our show real quick.
Let me see if I can find it. Oh my gosh, tech
Okay.
support. Um, let's see, where is it?
So pretty much we're going to be sharing some history research on intelligence, and this is all truth. It is fact based. It is how I say this. It's basically the history of U.S. intelligence, and it's just a history class. That's all it is. This this isn't conspiracy. This isn't wild goose chases. This is what we share with you is everything that we looked up. Hey,
Kind of. See,
kind of.
fix
No
this.
worries.
No, of course not.
So we're going to be rebranding as Truth Talks, and as you can see, it's
Can you
on.
pull it up just so we can see it because it's so nuts?
Thank you very much.
That and I believe
So
you. Let's see.
uh,
So go on.
it's a history class on the history of intelligence of the U.S.
Absolutely.
Um, oh, and another homework for our class, USS Liberty. That is another one big. That's another big one that's been uh, running its course.
So I don't feel like it's that serious, although they have been very dangerous as of late. So, as of late, yes. But if you also go into the history, which we have MK Ultra. Sorry, that's dangerous, and that's not as of late. We have what is it? Project Popeye, which is where they manipulated the weather literally on purpose so that we could win the Vietnam War. We've got, and that isn't as of late. So like there are so many different
Here,
different
here,
things that
yeah, bit Bay of Pigs. Here's what we're getting at: the U.S. CIA, as for how do I phrase this? As for its benefits, does not outweigh its failures. And there
right.
are a lot of failures with the
There's
United
no
States Central
failures
Intelligence
underneath
Agency.
any sort of succeeding. Like there's really no good that has come out of the CIA. Like I don't see it. I just see them being able to hide their secrets.
So let me ask you this uh, for our class. If let's put it to something relatable. You have a friend, family member, whoever is with you, and you've been best buds for a long time, and you do stuff together. But every time you do stuff together, that friend or family member either never comes through of their own or screws up whatever the planned event was.
Right?
Wouldn't you at some point cut ties with that person? Because I mean, let's put it into perspective here. As what let's see the MK Ultra. That in of itself is a direct violation of your Fourth Amendment right to um, unconstitutional search and seizure,
Right.
and that was done for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why was the CIA not decommissioned after that was exposed? And
I
the various reasonings that I've looked up, you know, it, hey, we need an intelligence agency. That's besides the point. I will tell you this: the research that I have done, each of the different, so the military of itself had its own had its own intelligence during World War II, and even before then. See, the Navy had its own, the Army had its own, and all of it after World War II. And there was a lot of disgruntled officials, military officials, that even the FBI, when it was created, had its own intelligence. They were very against uh, consolidating into a central unit.
Right.
So again, if that one person is so it isn't holding the weight, why do we continue to have said agency?
Right. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense other than like corruption. Because I also have been thinking about this as well. Like, you know how our military system has its own court, it has its own laws, it has its own, dealings with, which to an extent makes sense to me, but I still think that it's an overstretch. Just like with the CIA or the SSO or the FBI. Like I feel like we there we came here wanting small government for a reason, but um it seems like we just have huge massive government overreach when it comes to, especially with the CIA, because it also like Area 51, a lot of people, all the fun conspiracies live there. I'm just kidding. um
Right. Here,
but
here's another one. It's not really a conspiracy theory if you do the research. And
right.
this one's going to touch on a little bit. So the deep state has been going on, has been coined for some time, and only recently, and this is coming from Trump, whether we don't care if you like him or not, these are his words. It's coming from your far right, it's coming from even liberals. A few liberals I've heard voices from are talking about that there are unelected officials who are pulling strings.
Absolutely.
This
Absolutely.
isn't lies. This isn't lies. These are some real questions. Who are these people? What influence do they have on our politicians?
And why?
And why exactly? Now, here's a political jargon that I want to bring up. Pay to play. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's not U.S. democracy right there. That is not democratic. That is not the principles of the U.S. Constitution. I want to be very clear. The United States of America is a constitutional republic built on the principles, philosophies, and I just did an episode on my podcast, criticalthinkingnerd.com. And it's really an idea. It's a living, expanding, adaptive idea from the founding fathers of 1776. It's an idea. The idea is to have representatives, because they made it clear they don't want mobs, and
Right.
they want representatives who follow the rules set in place by the U.S. Constitution. That is what we want. That is what we deserve, and that is what the United States is and has been for the last 200, almost 250 years.
Right. And like when did we change?
When did we stray from that? Honestly, I'm just gonna, my opinion. We sh- we strayed from that when the CIA was created.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was a bad move, but there were a number of officials, the FBI, the FBI, the Navy, the Army, and even other various agencies that were very against having a centralized intelligence.
Right. Exactly. Like,
And
and
then,
go
sorry, one last time. And then our own intelligence recruited Nazi scientists.
right.
Rocket, but even still, they are of that mentality. So who's to
Right.
say that influence isn't ongoing today?
Huh. Sorry, I
So
just
it
got
is.
a saying that
Oh,
it's deleting comments from certain accounts.
ah,
It's,
it's the algorithm.
you've got triggering words in my comment section, guys. Be careful.
And we're going to be adjusting platform usage. So just stand by. But for us to
Mm,
see the comments, please reword it that it will not trigger the algorithm.
yes.
So just
So,
help us with that. We're going to be adjusting platforms. Um, something for just something for your knowledge. TikTok. I mean, we all know about Facebook and Google. That's starting to come out. But TikTok is under Oracle servers, the company Oracle, and Larry Ellison
mm-hmm.
blatantly came out that there's going to be censorship in
Yeah.
some form. So
Yeah.
be careful with the platforms that you use. Our voices will still be going on. You will not, we're not submitting to anything. But
Right.
for us to see comments and stuff, you got to phrase it in a way that it will show for us.
Right. I'll go back through after this is over as well, on Facebook and see if there's any censored comments because sometimes it tells me whether or not there is. Um, but so with the whole platform change, so for right now, definitely you're still gonna see me or us and me on my Facebook, and you are going to see it up on the Rumble page that I have right now. But we are looking into rebranding, so we're probably going to move to a new Rumble page. And once that is all out, I will have the links, of course, in my beacons or beacons, whatever you want to call it. I've had
And
people ask
I will share that with my side as well. So if you follow Critical Thinking Nerd on Podbean, or you go to my website, criticalthinkingnerd.com, I will share that as well. And then we're slowly making some progress. We want to be a voice for you guys. We want to share our knowledge, and we want you to be informed, not
right.
just with current events, but with history altogether.
Yes. Because remember, history repeats itself. So once you know the pattern, you can.
Exactly.
We will, we will
Uh,
let you guys know where we are, where we're going. Everybody will be informed. I'm definitely still going to keep the Telegram page because I'm pretty sure I can rename that and whatever. But we've definitely have more to come in the next few months. I would say a lot.
yes. And there's how do I phrase this? There is never ending to history. You find one thing and a whole slew of questions pops up. So history itself we may repeat stuff, but we might also find additional items that we didn't explore before. So don't think that it's just going to be the same stuff or there's going to be a specific number. This show, this history class will be ongoing, and what um, we want to once we open up the chat and get things going on our end, we want to hear from you. We want to make this fun. We do want to interact with you, and you know, we might even share some Q and A's on specific episodes.
Right? Definitely. I am so excited for that. I love the feedback, need the feedback, want the feedback, all the feedback.
So with that,
um, is that the end of
we
it? I
will.
think it's
Yeah, I think class is over for now. So until next time, thank you very
yeah,
much.
well,
This is
we'll
Random
see
Nerd.
you guys next week. Have a great one.